All right, let's get things rolling here.
What are you about to box over there?
There's like a mosquito or something in my room.
No, I just love it. You batted at it and then set up.
That's how we do it in New York.
Oh man, I got you. Oh man,
Get a
some good
swig of
shit.
this water. All right, welcome to the Roundtable episode 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Silent Shade here.
Hey.
We wanted to talk to you about CyberPunk.
All right. Okay.
Do you have the headset on right now?
I do. Hang on a second.
Yes, he is hyped.
Dude, I am so fucking excited for that game. Like, I've already said that I've got to plan it out to where I can take a week off when it drops, and I'm gonna do nothing but CyberPunk.
That's the way
man,
to be,
I'm
dude.
fucking pumped.
And they just keep pushing it back on you.
Honestly, I'm okay with it. The more they, so Project Red hasn't fucked me over in a game yet, like some other companies.
True.
You better knock on some wood, man.
Hey. But no, they I would much rather than push it back and keep pushing it back, so that way they give us a quality project or product that I know that they can do, than push it out early and then it be a jumbled up mess.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And they put out some quality content too, so
yeah,
really like their games.
There's rushed too many games nowadays, so to take an extra, year
yeah,
to do it
and
is not a problem.
Yeah, and they've been pretty open about it too. I mean, the first delay, they talked about it that they just wanted to make sure it was ready. Then this one that pushed it from September to November, they even mentioned that the game's done, it's over with. They're doing quality of life stuff and making sure that the game flows right and everything works, so that way whenever it drops, there's not bug after bug after bug after bug. And honestly, I could do nothing but applaud them for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's taking the initiative than trying to patch the game after it's out, right? Just fix it now and then release the full game to the public.
Exactly.
What's the release date now? It's November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, November 17th, I think. I think they literally just.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that as well. I pre-ordered that shit a long time ago.
Yep.
I haven't pre-ordered it, but as soon as it drops, it will be in my library.
Yeah, I'll buy it a day or two beforehand.
What are you most excited about on it?
Dude, honestly, I can't even. I don't know. Like,
just everything.
Yeah, like
the whole game. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too.
Game.
It's just insane, just the things that they're adding to it, and just the cyber feel. I just like that kind of stuff too. So.
Yeah, and then I mean, one thing that I found comedic was the fact that they are adding customizable genitalia.
Yeah.
And not that I'm gonna go above and beyond with it, but like, what game from a big title company like that has been like, hey, you know what? This game's about augmenting yourself, so you know what? We're not gonna stop at sex stuff. Here you go.
Yep.
Do what you want.
And I've never been.
I think Rust and Conan are the only two games that I know of that do that kind of stuff.
Yep, right. And they've never been shy about sex in their games.
Yeah, I think they've been under fire for a lot of things. The transgender model, they were in some hot water for that one. And then recently they were giving they gave FIFA some shit because they were joking about EA's building being in the game with like, if you look close enough, you'll see concept art for the new FIFA 77 or whatever.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
It was good.
That's my thing, is like the world just looks amazing in that game.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I've been watching the gameplay trailers as they come out, and it just looks it looks very unique, but it doesn't look too far off of what could actually happen.
Yeah.
Right. Like they're still using gas cars and everything. So I don't know. It looks very promising for what it could be.
Absolutely. Plus the whole you can play it like GTA, but don't.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, I'm beyond excited. This probably won't be the only CyberPunk headset I buy too, because they're releasing another one that I really want, and well, I'm gonna buy it.
Moving on to another topic, we wanted to talk about a couple AK things and see how you feel about how the Astral Knights as a whole is from start to right now.
Okay.
How do you think things are going? Do you think things are moving smoothly? Do you like how we're doing things? Is there anything you would like to see?
Honestly,
And we couldn't hear it, so.
Oh.
No, you could. Oh man. Honestly, I'm just excited to be a part of it. Never been a part of anything like it before, and it's running smoothly from what I've seen. I'm a bit of an antisocial person, so that may be why I'm not in the chats all the time. But yeah, no, I love it. I'm just glad to be here, man.
Is there anything else that you would like to see in the future that we haven't done yet, or that we've talked about but we just haven't gotten to?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm along for the ride, and everything you guys throw at me, I'm gonna be excited for.
Right. So. That's fair.
Yeah, like what I said about Tim with priority. Dave is like, what do you want? Like, oh, you want me to do this? Let's do it. There's never any kind of like, well, maybe with Dave. It's just he's in to be in, and I love it.
Yep. Yeah, no, this is awesome. I mean, I've been playing video games for a while, and having a solid group to play with is, I mean, that's the best thing ever, And having you guys there it just keeps going. It just keeps amplifying it, and I'm really enjoying it.
That's what I like to hear. Knowing that everybody is like feeling welcome and they want to be here is great. It's honestly,
and everybody's getting along well.
Everybody's
we're kind of a tight knit group.
I
haven't seen any discourse, but
And there's a little bumps at the beginning, but that was just when you're when laying down foundation, everybody's trying to figure it out, and now that we got rolling, we're really rolling.
Well, there's one big bump, obviously, still, but that can be made right very easily by the company that we're working with, or we could just move on. I'm hoping that because the guy I deal with every day or every week that I talk to, he's amazing, right? His name's Mark. He's been very upfront about most things. If it's a high quality product, I'm gonna be happy. If it's not, and we waited, 6-7 weeks for it, I'm gonna be very dissatisfied with everything, and there's not gonna be any kind of repair in that relationship. But I'm hoping we're gonna get it. It's gonna be a really high quality not content, product, and that's what I want to see. If it is, then we can try to work some other things out.
Yeah, and he just posted it on Twitter. It looked really nice from the videos and the pictures they've showed us. So I'm really hoping that it's gonna be good.
I would just say it just from the website and seeing how many teams are involved in it, or at least through that, I would hope that it is a very good quality product.
I've talked to a few teams that have gotten stuff, and they say it's a good quality product. It's holds up well. The only real issue right now is shipping, and I understand. He explained to me they just switched manufacturers, which is it can take a little time to get up and running, and then the coronavirus stuff. It makes sense, but still, it's like the lack of transparency with the whole thing is what
I gotcha. And that it's rough, but I'm super excited to get that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
We are gonna talk to another person to create some other clothing for us. I know that personally I want to get tank tops. That would be lit. But we're gonna talk to we're gonna look around a little bit. I mean, we can always have multiple. It doesn't just need to be.
I want to keep innovative gear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because their team jackets, the jerseys, and the hoodies all look amazing. The shirts that they design look good. Everything looks really solid.
Right.
The issue is the shipping time. That's the only real issue that I have. So if I can find someone, kind of local to us, to where they can make it and then we can ship it out or whatever, that's what's going to be a good time.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be jerseys. Just like if we can do shorts, if we can do like pants, some shorts, things like that. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, if I'm down with the tank top idea, but I gotta lose some weight before I'm ready for a tank top.
You look great, man.
Oh man. But
so
because then I could be repping it at the gym all the time.
Yeah, true that. So one thing that we like to do is when we get a guest on here, we like to talk about how we met.
Okay.
I didn't meet you until the team actually was already formed and things were going. I think you were friends with Priority, or was
Yeah. So, Bobby and I knew each other through school, and then
right. That's what he said.
Yeah, and then we didn't really talk through school, but we knew each other through school, and I was friends with his brother. And then his brother got him back in Discord, and we all started gaming together. And then Bobby and I started gaming really hard together, and then that's how I met everyone else. So.
Yeah, I met Tim, Dave. I met Tim at the same time, but on Valorant.
Yeah.
Yep. When I was quarantined, because me and Bobby were talking about playing when he got his key, when he was waiting for a drop.
Yep.
And then Dave was just.
Don't even get me started on Valorant when it dropped. Oh man.
He was so nice in the beginning.
Hey, I told you, if I'm giving you shit, it's because you're a friend of mine. And while I still like to try to be nice every once in a while, and when I get a little too mean, I go, "Oh, yeah, that was bad." Like the Tim incident. That was rough.
I'll tell you, with us, there's no such thing as too mean. The things we say to each other behind closed doors is just not okay.
Yeah, I gotcha.
The meaner we get, the more we know that we love each other. That's just really what it comes down to.
Exactly.
Right. And yeah, you're never gonna hurt anybody's feelings. Well,
I gotcha.
Maybe Bobby's. He seems like he might be able to hurt his feelings.
What are you talking about? Bobby's the most toxic out of all of us.
Dude, he really is. He really is.
So, what games are you currently enjoying the most right now?
Okay, that's tough. So I would be playing COD, but since I'm on my business trip, I got my laptop, and it for some reason likes to give my laptop a stroke anytime it launches and tries to play, and it doesn't work for me. So I've had to back off and play some Apex, but I had recently was Persona 4. I know Greasy stopped in to watch that a little bit, and I absolutely love the Persona series from what I've played, and I fell real deep into that game. But now it's just kind of whatever I've got on the laptop while I'm stuck in quarantine.
What I was saying in episode 1 was with Bobby, or Priority, was I try to bring up everybody's stream to give them that view, and I will stop in and watch for a while, but I couldn't do that for you during that one because I was also playing through it, and I didn't want any spoilers.
I got you.
So that's why, no, I haven't. Not yet. I ended up stopping. I'm playing through so many games right now. I should just. It's just because I've been busy in real life too. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just trying to find the time to be able to sit down and play these games. But things during the week are gonna start. Like, I'm gonna start transitioning to being able to stream a little more during the day. So I'll probably be able to get through them.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh man, it is so worth it. There's a few bad endings, so watch your choices. That's all I'll say.
Dave's Persona gameplay. So you can watch some. This is what I want to say about it. You can watch somebody play a shooter all day long, and you find nothing out about him. When you watch Dave play Persona, you learn what kind of person Dave was.
Yeah, that's true. Like choice-based games like that, you really learn about somebody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I may have shed a couple tears. just saying.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Dude, the Persona games have been really, really great because they flush out their characters and their story so well, and just make you fall in love with the gameplay. Well, not necessarily the gameplay, because I play on easy. I only play for the story, but
Right.
they make you fall in love with the game and the stories, and you start to get emotionally involved, and then shit happens and you get upset. Oh man,
That was me
yeah,
with Telltale's Walking Dead.
okay. I didn't play the Walking Dead one, but I played the Batman.
They make
Wolf Among
amazing
Us.
games. Yes.
Sucks if they went out though.
I thought they were coming back for something.
Oh, are they?
Well, somebody picked up the Walking Dead series.
And yeah, they finished that. I'm glad they finished that game because I bought it and then they were like, "Well, we're done. We can't do it." And then all of a sudden they picked it up, and it's actually the creators of, I believe it's the creators of the TV series are the ones that picked it up. And what is it, Skybound or something like that?
Well, they paid the original dev team to do it.
And yeah, they picked it up and
they
paid them.
They kept the dev team on to finish the game.
I have to look into it because I thought I saw something about bringing The Wolf Among Us back for its sequel, because they
yes, that's what
really
it was.
hard.
Yeah, I think I did hear that.
They were going to, and then they shut down like pretty much out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was the one that I was the most excited about, and I'm a huge superhero guy, but because I played through the Batman one, I just really liked The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, I liked that too. It was a good
game.
Yeah,
it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I played both the Batman ones. The first one was much better than the second one, though.
Yeah, it was a strange take on trying to, like, giving you the choice to interact with the Joker, and I don't quite know how I feel about it, because if you go the good route, make him a vigilante, it kind of takes away the relationship between Batman and Joker, and it's, I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, and I don't know, making like the Waynes like a mob family too was a weird take for me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
Though I think there's been a couple of the comic stories that delve into the grittiness of all of the high life of Gotham.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just seemed like they were putting too much into it at once.
Okay.
Like the game itself was packed with so much, and it wasn't done poorly. It was done well, but it just seemed like a lot to remember.
I gotcha.
That was one of the couple that I didn't play. I didn't play that and the Minecraft one that they made.
Yeah, I didn't play the Minecraft one either.
And I played a little bit of. I played a little bit of the. What was it? What's the HBO series? Game of Thrones. Yes, they made that into one. I played the first episode, I believe, and I wanted to play more of them, but a lot of those story-based games I like to play with my fiance, and we just haven't got around to play a lot of them because there's just a lot of games right now that I have downloaded that because I've got back into streaming. I wasn't streaming for a while because I didn't have the space to do it. But I just got back into doing it regularly, and I tried to pick a day out of the week where it was going to be Thursdays where her and I would stream together and play through these games so we could just grind them out. But she's going back to work now because COVID's lightening up in New York, so we had to find another day to do it. But yeah, I do still want to play that. And you said there was a Borderlands one? I didn't know.
Yeah, Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't played Borderlands 3, some of the characters make an appearance in Borderlands 3. So shoot, mustache. I forgot his name. Think he's in charge of Atlas.
Oh,
Kevin Spacey.
Shit, I don't remember.
Yeah, him, and then one of the bandit captains you first run into, wearing his shorts and a cape, I think. Yeah, he's also in Tales from the Borderlands.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, I have to check that out for sure.
I actually got into most of those because the Xbox games with gold. So whenever.
Oh yeah. Did you ever play any what was Life is Strange 1 or 2?
No,
or after what was it? Before the Storm was one as well. I played all of those except for the second one. I played episode 1 on the Xbox One, and then I sold my Xbox One, so I have to replay it through the PC. But
gotcha.
It's just the only thing I didn't like about the second one is that it has nothing to do with the first two. I mean, they're in the same world, you know what I mean? And I guess there kind of is like, yeah, I mean, I guess that they kind of have like hints of it, kinda, you know what I mean? Yeah,
like and they share that.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I mean, it was good. It's just you want to know, you know what I mean? You want to know. It's kind of like making the Walking Dead games without Clementine in it.
Yeah,
or you know, things like that. It's just. Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't checked them out, I really recommend it. It's really good.
Okay, I gotcha. Oh shoot, that's another. I've gotta get into Catherine because I just realized it was on PC.
I have beat that on PlayStation. It is a good game.
Atlas is another company that I have had no issues with because they release. I mean, it's Persona, but you know, it's Catherine, but they always release solid games.
Yep, that was a good game. Really weird. You've been into the what?
Indie game scene?
Oh.
I gotta go on Steam and find like a couple of games that are like $5 to $10, and I'll just buy them and play through them.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like obviously the level of quality isn't the same between AAA titles and indie, but the indie games, man, they flow a lot better than most AAA games nowadays.
It's like they have more heart in it.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, they put their time and their passion into it. And even a game like I've been playing it off stream and like everything is called Comic Book Simulator. And there's like
I was wondering about that.
There's nothing really to the game, but at the same time, it's one of the most enjoyable games you can play because you can just sit down and play for like an hour and a half and get lost on the time.
All right, tell me about this game.
All right, so pretty much, you now you go in and you run a comic book. I don't know what was it called? Company, I guess.
Okay.
Gotcha. And you know you get to make your own characters. You get to develop the story. You get to pick like you know what they are. I mean everything. I mean top to bottom, the customization is amazing.
Okay.
And then you get to just make this. Like you get to design the comic. You at the beginning you get to hire a publisher, right? Because you're not big enough to really push it out yourself. But then you can start like if it does really well, you make a sequel on it. And I don't know, it's like one of those games where the goal is just to make money, but at the same time, it's just really enjoyable to play. Because if you ever had an idea for something in your head, you can put it on the paper.
Yeah, kind of like the game simulator, game maker. What was it? Game Dev Tycoon or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I enjoyed that for a while too. It's something I could just sit there and just fuck around with, you know.
It's a lot. It's a lot like that. It's not as fleshed out as Game Dev Tycoon, but it's still really new. I think it's only like maybe 6 months to a year old.
Yo.
So I'm giving it time. I enjoy it.
Is it in early access or?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it for like $2.50. It was on sale.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha.
During the summer sale, or?
No, I got it back in. I got it just before the coronavirus stuff really started.
Oh, okay.
I've had it for a while.
Yeah, I've wondered about it. I got a couple games like that are indie games that are pretty fun, that you just kind of, something where you know it's kind of casual, where you can just chill. It's like what I like to do when I'm like tired at nighttime, but I don't want to go to bed yet. It's just something that I don't need to be competitive in, like Call of Duty or Fortnite or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Or story-based games, but that you kind of have to pay attention to, where like Game Dev Tycoon, or you know the one that he was talking about, you don't have to as much.
Yeah, it's just kind of a wind down game.
Yeah, I'll throw a stream
exactly.
on one of my monitors, and I'll have that up on the other one.
Yeah.
And like most of the time, it'll be like Tim or Bobby or you or whoever's on, and I'll watch, you know, and jump through chat and watch. And I don't know, it makes it really easy. Like you can continue to do something while focusing on other things. Like a lot of the time when I'm sitting here doing Astral Night stuff, I will be playing a stupid game like that at the same time just to break my focus.
Yeah,
because
I gotcha.
I can't sit there and concentrate long enough, man. That's why I suck at streaming.
Dude, I've been struggling with that today because, like I was telling you earlier, I'm working on homework. I'm not working on it right now, of course, but I've still got them up in the background, and I've been working on it since, well, it's 11 a.m. here. I've been working on it since my homework in general since 5 this morning. So
Damn, you were up early today.
well, I'm getting used to the Japan time, but I've got to turn this in by 11:55 your time.
Tonight?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, I am a terrible procrastinator. Like, and I'm at week 7 of 8 on my classes, so my motivation has just I'm on empty right now. It's rough. But
Go tell Tim that, and he'll light a spark for you. Every time I tell him I don't want to do something, he like gives me this big speech about why I should.
yeah. Dude, Tim is awesome.
Like I was saying with Bobby, priority. I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Bobby. It's priority.
Yeah.
Tim is like I don't know what it is about him, but I just something about Tim just attracts you to him. Like you want to talk to Tim.
Right. I keep giving him crap because, dude, I've watched. His stream is actually the one that I most of the time just have up in the background, or whenever I'm not in my.
That's funny because same.
Yeah,
He's always on.
and I have 100,000 channel points on Tim's stream, and I keep giving him crap because I'm like, there's nothing I want to spend these on. And we played Pummel Party one time, and I got very, very intoxicated. And we came up with that Tim would now be known as Timpai. I don't know if you've seen me talking about that in his chat. But I told him he needs to make that emote, and I'll spend all 100,000 channel points on it. And he kept saying, like, I don't know why you think this is it. And I'm like, dude, the definition of senpai is someone who's older than you or more experienced than you, and you are loyal and trust and have, like, you look up to them. I'm like, that's fucking Tim. Like, so
he is fucking old.
But he's awesome. I always love gaming with Tim, because even when I'm down on myself, he always finds a way to make me not be.
That's something in episode 1 we were talking about, that like no matter what, when we're all gaming together or we're gaming with one another, that sometimes we will beat ourselves up because we're playing bad, but one of the people, like anyone in the AK, will pick us up when we're down. And it's just really nice having that support in a team.
Yeah, and because it's, I know you guys know, it's really easy to get down on yourself in a game. You playing Valorant, it's like you've got game after game after game after game where you're just not hitting shots, you're not doing it right. It's just nothing is falling in place for you, and then you've got guys that come in and like, hey, it's bad games, you know, it happens. Pick yourself back up. Let's go. We're gonna run another, and that's also one of the reasons why I super love being in this team.
Some more gentle than others. Tim often tells me to quit my bitching.
Yeah. Sometimes you need
Out of
that
love.
firm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, definitely. But it's like, like most like Bobby's like, hey man, come on, it's all right. Like we'll get it back, and then Tim's like, yo, quit bitching. Like let's go. You're like, God
Yeah.
damn it, Tim.
You're like, damn, Tim, you right.
But actually, I think Bobby is the best hype man that I've had in a game with me. I think because I sent you the clip before, right? Where I was playing Valorant and I nailed, I think, a four kill with Jet,
Oh, yes.
and Bobby just like, Dave, God, Dave. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I remember that.
it
Yeah, that shit had me
fucking
dying
lit
when
me
I
up.
watched
It was
it.
fantastic. He is the best hype man.
Well, he goes from 0 to 100. He will not say anything, and the next thing you know, he's just hyped out of his mind.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
fantastic.
That's Adam too. Like I
Yeah.
know you guys haven't played too much together, but he will just dead quiet, and then he's just like, "Let's fucking go!"
Yeah. There's actually a clip I should send you guys that when I used to play with Nikki back in the day. She was one of my good friends online.
Yeah.
I just get down in Fortnite, and then all of a sudden she just bodies all these guys that were trying to like thirst me, and I'm like, let's fucking go, like screaming really loud into my mic. It's just everybody was just dying. Sometimes I just get so super fucking hyped, but most of the time I'm just laid back, and fuck it.
A lot of times, like there's times where you can't control it.
Yeah.
It just builds inside of you, and you're just like, I'm letting it out.
Yep.
That's like the best thing. Is like when it's a natural reaction too. Is like, especially when it's for somebody else. Like, I get hyped for myself all the time. I don't give a shit. I'm my own hype man. But when you're doing something and like, I think the best example is when I almost got my first pentakill in Smite.
Yeah.
I was playing ranked with Mike J.
Okay.
And we were going through it, and pretty much the entire Mike J is in voice comms, and the rest of the team is text chatting, and everybody's just getting super hyped. And Mike J never gets loud, right?
Yeah,
Mike J never gets loud, and he's like, "You better fucking kill him! You better fucking kill him!" and I mean, they surrendered before I could get the final kill, but it was just like,
oh yeah, that's right.
When like Mike J or like if Tim was to do that, that's how you know, like, wow, this is real.
Yeah. Oh man, good stuff.
Is there any other games you're looking forward to? Like, are you into any of the Assassin's Creeds or
So, I used to be a really big Assassin's Creed fan, and actually, that kind of ties into how I got my username, my gamer tag, SilentShade. I was playing Assassin's Creed 2, and I kept trying to find. I had cheesed the system and made a whole bunch of emails to keep refreshing that 30-day free gold, and I wanted to keep making him somewhat assassin-like, and I ran out of titles for an assassin, so I was like, Shade works. It's like a ghost, and let's do that. And I just ended up paying for my gold there, and that's how I kept it. But I don't know. I think Unity was the first one that kind of threw me off of Assassin's Creed, and I really liked the multiplayer aspect, but with how broken the game was, and they still pushed it for $60, I was like, this isn't worth it anymore. Like I'll tell you, it's already released here, but I'm waiting for the Western release of Persona 5 Scramble on the Switch. Because it's a direct sequel of Persona 5 6 months after the events of Persona 5.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm looking forward to, besides CyberPunk, of course.
Right. Are you a fan of the Far Cry series, or?
Okay. Yep. Never mind. You're bringing up more, dude. So I didn't play Far Cry 3, and I've heard that's a mistake. I need to.
Yes.
But I got into Far Cry 4, and absolutely loved it. And the fact that no matter what, like you think you're doing the right thing and making good decisions, and then the ending hits you, and you're like, "This is fucked up. Like there was no good choice here.
Yep.
Like the best
That was
choice
one of
is
my
to sit there and wait
favorites.
for your crab rangoon."
Yeah. That was one of my favorite Far Cries, other than 3.
Yeah. I played 5, and it was interesting. I liked their take on the American cult, and 6 just looks fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
actually excited to see how they spin the story to make a dictator like him the better guy, because that's how they always do it.
Yeah, and I like the actor that they chose because he's from.
Sorry. Sorry, I looked at my camera and it's doing some pulsating shit. So I was
Yes.
like,
Gus from Breaking Bad is
Yeah.
and I thought that was awesome when I saw that. I was like, I definitely gotta cop that. I haven't picked up every Far Cry, so I played almost all of them, but I haven't picked them up. I like borrowed like some like Primal,
I gotcha.
in 5 5.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about picking them up. They're on sale right now on Steam, by the way. So I was thinking about picking them up.
I gotta not do
that. they're really cheap right now, like $10.
Don't tell me that. I gotta save money.
Yeah.
Me and Mike J play 5. Me and Mike J play a lot of games together.
Yeah.
Because one of us will buy something, we'll be like, yo, this is sick, you gotta buy it, and then the other person will just buy it.
That's only 2-player co-op, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about picking it up.
Maybe you have this issue, Dave. When I'll buy a game, Adam's like this too. We'll get a game and we'll play it for like 3 or 4 days, and then we won't touch it ever again.
Yeah, I do it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah. My biggest thing is like I just get busy. You know what I mean? I get busy and I just forget about it, and then I look back at it, and I'll come back to it months later and play it when it's not even popular anymore.
Yep, I do that. I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Because I've got my Supercross game that I'm like, oh yeah, fuck it, I want this, because I used to race motocross, and then I'd get it, play it for a little bit, and then, you know what, I'm done, and I'll drop it for several months at a time, and then come back to it for a race or two every so often. But that's about it. I don't think there's been any game that I've really gone back to as much as the Dark Souls series, though.
Yeah, that's Smite for us. No matter how hard we try to get away from it,
we have so many hours in Smite. I probably have the least amount, and I have like 600.
That's just
on PC. Yeah.
Oh man. Whoa! Hey, what are you doing? Stop it.
Because I just hit over 1,000.
Camera.
I think Mike J's at like 1,300.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's just that's just Steam. We probably have another 500-600 hours each on console.
Yeah.
See, I play Smite, not often. I played it on the console and was a Kumba main, and then brought it back for the PC because a bunch of the guys that I played on the Xbox and everything with, they got back into it, so I jumped back into it and started playing Thoth. I know I streamed it a couple times, but man, I'm just not a MOBA guy.
I'm not. I've tried League so much, and I'm just naturally good at games most of the time. League, no, I just can't do it. Yeah. I don't know what it is about League. I just can't do it. But Smite, I can do it. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Well, League, the biggest issue is we're playing way out of our MMR.
That's true.
We play with Jonesy, who's what was it? Was it Platinum?
Yeah.
She was a plat player. And
fuck.
we're level 30s going into these games. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? We're getting smashed. And it's
because I did pretty good when I played by myself, but it's like I play these games because I want to play with my friends. You know what I mean? So it's like
that's honestly a lot of why I play certain games.
Yeah.
There's only been a few. I mean, Dark Souls, the Personas are really the only two that I buy to play by myself. Or Dark Souls I play with people, but like I can go through it, and beaten 2 and 3 by myself. But a lot of the times it's if my friends are playing it, I'm like, oh well, I guess I got to get this and we're gonna play it because that's why I play video games, is to hang out with people and get to know people, or just hang out with people that I'm away from because of work. So,
right.
but
Yeah, it's a big thing about gaming is the social aspect nowadays. But I don't know. And every now and again, it's nice to hop into a single player game and just kind of get lost in something.
Yeah, in like a whole new world.
I've been eyeing that Horizon Zero Dawn. It just came out on Steam.
yeah,
I think
I've heard
It's
good
not
things.
it's not out yet. It comes out next month. I already pre-ordered it.
Oh, I thought it was out. I
Nope.
thought it was out.
No, it comes out the was it 9th or something like that of August.
And that's why I bought F1 for the career mode. I haven't played much of it, but that game, there's so many things because I'm just getting into F1. Okay. So there's so many different things going on there. But
7th.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Formula One racing, it's so much more interesting than like what Americans usually watch for racing, which is NASCAR. Like that's our big one. And NASCAR is cool.
Man, another left turn.
NASCAR is cool, like, but I can't watch NASCAR. I could sit down and I could watch F1 just because there's so much more going on with it.
I've been to a NASCAR race, and it's so. I will say it's actually better to see live. I can't watch it on TV. Nah. But you should give Supercross or Motocross a try then.
The only time I've really ever watched Supercross or anything like that was when I was younger and we went to monster trucks.
Okay, I gotcha. I'm biased because that was the sport that my dad and I had in common, and it was. I spent 6 years before I joined the Air Force doing it, and if I didn't join the Air Force, I'd still be doing it. But I absolutely love it because you wouldn't think of it being an athletic type sport because it's a motorsport, but you have to be in such good shape with enough physical strength and cardio to be able to last 30 fucking minutes riding a bike at max capacity or at fucking the highest capability it can constantly. And I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's like, we were really into drag racing when I was younger, me and my dad, and talking to those guys, it's like it puts the G's it puts on your body, like you have to be in shape. It may not be the most physically demanding thing, but it's very mental. It's mentally tough. No, I hear you on that one completely.
Man, that shit.
What else? Man. What else has been going on in the world today?
Did you ever so you're a PC gamer. You were a console gamer before. What console did you?
Oh yeah, I was. So growing up, the only thing that I had was a PlayStation 2. I would get to play GameCube, like N64, by going over to friends' houses, but that was it. And then I got my Xbox 360, and that opened up everything. But that was what sucked is I got it as my parents divorced, and I would spend a week with my mom and a week with my dad. My mom let me game all the fucking time. My dad was a strict no game, like you're going outside, you're a kid, you better play outside. So I would have a week to play online and a week to not. And if you guys remember when Halo Reach dropped, I was a freshman in high school. I was supposed to be at my dad's, and I walked to my mom's, knowing that the game would be there when I got there. She was waiting for me because she knew what I'd do. She had me open it, look at the game, set the game down, get in the car, and go to my dad's. I was upset.
Smart woman.
But I was an Xbox gamer for the longest time until I got a PC.
So, got you.
Actually, that happened I think I just made the switch in 2018. It hasn't been that long.
About the same time I did.
Yeah, we went from PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360 to PS4 to PC.
Okay. Gotcha.
So we've been all over the place. And then
I had an older brother, so I had every console. We had an Atari.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I've had most consoles too, but those were the ones that I was like religiously.
Yeah.
Was a PS2, Xbox 360, PS4, PC, and the PC is just so like it's just.
Yeah. I have my Xbox One still sitting connected to the TV. I have my PS4 connected to the TV. I have my Switch, and I can't pull myself away from the PC long enough unless it's for, say, Persona to go play that.
It's like an exclusive that you need to go play. Like that was me with The Last of Us 2. It's just I needed a PS4, so I just borrowed one of my friends. He luckily doesn't use it because he got the Pro, so he let me borrow it for a while.
Is that what you did?
Yeah. Yeah, my PS4 that I'm using right now is Mark's.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering how you did that because I thought you sold yours.
Yeah, I did. It's so I could get stuff to stream with that I don't even use anymore. It's the way of the future. I don't need a capture card anymore. I just need a second PC.
Yep.
What caught me was it was for the GameCube. It was a Naruto game for the GameCube.
Okay.
That's when I first really started getting into Naruto, so I was very secretive about it too. Like, I don't watch an anime, dude. I'm a little freak. What are you doing? I don't remember what it's called, but it was looking back on it.
I actually remember that.
You knew, but that was different.
Yeah. Well, we've always been like close. We like after school we would hang out no matter what grade it was. It was like all the way up through high school, elementary, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if you know, we talked about in episode 1 was that Warren and I are cousins. So we've known each other our whole lives. So, and Mike J as well is one of our cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how we're all, connected. And then Amplifier, I met him in kindergarten, so he just automatically came into our circle. And that's how all of us know each other. And then you guys were, you and Bobby, and then Tim came into it, and then, and then our circles just kind of intertwined, and here we are.
Yeah, which actually, Kirsty Cream, she's the fiance to my best friend from high school, and he was my best man.
Yeah, she's awesome, by the way. It literally, awesome. I don't know if she told you how she joined, right? We were in, I want to say it was Bobby's chat, and she was like, "Hey, can I be team mod?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, yeah." Bobby was like, "Tweet it out," so we tweeted it out, and then
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, this was literally like a week ago.
Yeah.
And now she runs our social media as well.
Dude, that's fantastic. I'm honestly glad she's in it. Because I think a lot of my stream commands came from her. Because since my job is a little less schedule based right now. But even before then, I would be able to get off work at like noon, come home, boot up a stream, and then while her and Brad were at work, they hop in because they've got nothing going on. And she, set up a lot of my stream commands, and she knows a lot of that shit. But
that was another question I wanted to ask you, but Warren, you can go ahead.
With what she's already done, like I don't think I sent them to you, but she's made 3 graphics already. That are just, and like she just did them because she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm just like, this, like, she's probably the nicest person we could have involved.
Funny thing, we her and I make this joke all the time to Brad. Her and I are the same person, almost like to a T. Well, like we'd be playing games and a prompt would come up and we say the exact same thing at the same time. It's almost weird.
I have no idea what that's like.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
that just shows that, like, she's just extremely smart, right? Like, and that's like what I needed because I'm lacking in that department most of the time, and I'm just super forgetful. And I just told her, I said, "You'll have to be my memory for what we have going on Tuesday, because I'll forget."
Yeah.
So having someone there that she said she's gonna take notes, like, she's the first one to get paid if we ever make any money.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I gotcha.
So on to the next thing I wanted to ask was, when did you start streaming, like, normally?
Like hardcore streaming?
Yeah.
I would say I would stream on the Xbox a couple times, but hardcore streaming was after I started gaming with Bobby again. He was doing it, and I just kind of like, you know what? Why not? It's something that I can do while I'm gaming, and I can have like I can talk to people, or if people are at work, and they can't really chat in a voice chat, I can have that up. They can come in, talk in the chat, and I can talk to them there. And it kind of just evolved from that to something that if I'm gonna play a game like Apex or Persona, something that I get emotionally invested into, or I guess competitive in, I boot up a stream and I go with it, you know.
Okay.
But that was probably last year, maybe mid to early last year.
And how fast did you get to affiliate?
Oh, that was a grind. It was a slow grind.
It's definitely a grind. That's what I was telling them. Because I mean, I streamed like normally for a little bit, then I stopped, and I was just kind of jumpy, I wasn't consistent. Then when I really got into it, it was probably it was I don't know, it was like a long time.
Yeah.
Getting the followers, that was like the hardest thing. Well, everything else
Yeah.
was kind of simple, but just getting the exposure for the people to find you, that's the hardest thing
Right.
on something like Twitch, because there's just so many people doing it.
Yeah, and actually the only reason I made affiliate was I don't even remember what I was streaming, but I think I was playing by myself, and all of a sudden I get this raid host from like a guy with 15 to 20 viewers, and then just everyone fucking follower bombed. And I went, "Hey, what? Like, dude, guys, you just pushed me to I can't describe how happy that fucking made me."
That's what
And
happened to me too. Except for the person that did it was my friend. I was telling you, it was Nikki. She has like 35,000 followers or something like that. And when she rated me, it just was I was just bombarded with follow after
yeah,
follow after follow after follow, and then that's just really what happened. I mean, I don't have that many followers. I have like 110 right now or something like that,
yeah,
and but like just getting to that first, what is it, 50 you need?
yeah,
And
that first.
it was just a struggle. It was a struggle bus.
Yep.
That's what I was
Yeah, it
telling.
is.
That's what I was telling Amplifier, because or Sean or whatever you want to call him. He just started streaming. I mean, he streamed back in the day, on console, but like it's not the same as what he's doing now. He's streaming like every day.
Yeah.
He's trying to be consistent. And that's the biggest thing to like for anybody listening is that's trying to build their own community. It's just being consistent and use the tags to your advantage. On like because what I use, I don't know if it's what you use, but I use Streamlabs OBS.
Oh, okay. I use Stream Elements. But
Yeah, they're a lot alike, but anyways, using the tags like for people to search for you easier. That's like the biggest thing. And one of the things I like to do that gets people into mine is the playing with viewers. People always want to play with the streamers, you know what I mean? Even if you're not a big streamer, they still want to play with you just because. And that's how I get a lot of people into my chat sometimes, playing big games like Call of Duty or Fortnite, stuff like that.
Well,
I got a
fucking moth.
What the fuck?
Warren being attacked by a moth.
That one.
It's because I live in the middle of nowhere, right? So like, this is the only light within like a mile. So they're like, "Yo, we're in," and I have no idea how they keep getting in. I think with people wanting to play with like a streamer is just to like, I don't know. It's weird. The first time you see like your name on like a screen that's not yours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's a cool experience, especially for people who can't stream or are too shy to stream themselves. To see their name through that and maybe get like a positive reaction from somebody's chat.
Yeah.
It's just like that guy the other day that we played Smite with. I don't know, like he seemed like he could stream, but he wasn't, and he really wanted to play with us. So I don't know. There's I think that's what it is. So I'm just rambling.
I mean, he was kind
I
of shy at the beginning. I think that's probably the biggest thing for a lot of people is like, because like you were saying at the beginning, Silent Shade was that you're kind of antisocial. Is like that's a big thing. Is just getting yourself or people with anxiety. Because I have anxiety, and so does Greasy. The biggest thing is just get yourself to do it. Getting that first step, and then it starts becoming natural to you.
Yeah.
I know when I started streaming, every time like I started streaming, like I would take a break, then I started take a break, and each time when I would start back up, it was always so weird starting back up. I just didn't have the charisma, the feeling of talking to somebody that's not actually there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they are, but they're not. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
Actually,
that's always weird. But getting used to it, after you're doing it for a little while, you just start getting used to it. It becomes normal to you.
yeah. So that's actually, you guys talk about playing with your viewers. That's actually the thing that I struggle with most is because, like you said, I may not seem like it, but there is a lot of times where I get really nervous and start to feel antisocial or socially awkward. And like when people want to come in and like, hey, you want to game with me? And I'm like, dude, I would love to. I just like it takes a lot for me to go out and do it. And I've done it with a few guys. It's just it takes a lot of effort to open that door up for someone to come into that circle, And it's not that I don't want to expand and play with other people. It's just I
It
don't even
takes a
know how
lot
to explain
of effort to open the doors to somebody you don't know. I get
Right.
it. And another thing I noticed a lot was like when I started streaming again recently was, god damn, does it tire you out to stream? Because I feel like you're instead of just sitting there playing a game where you don't have to focus on anything else, you're just focused on, you're trying to pay attention to chat, and you're trying to like talk to people, and you're trying to put on, try to be entertaining, and
Yeah.
and then everything is like I could only stream for a few hours the first like couple weeks of doing it, and I was like, I was just so exhausted at the end of it. But and you start, like I said before, you start getting used to it. Now I can stream like upwards to like 6 hours if I have the time. I can stream a little bit more if I have the time, but it's just really having the time for me.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, we did that. I think it was almost 6 hours on Smite the other day.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I got off there, I was like, "Holy shit, man! I'm exhausted."
Yep.
It's just because you're focusing on the game, and then you're also trying to focus on your chat.
Yeah. There's so much shit
just-
you're trying to do at once. It's just
It's not
I do
physically
struggle with chat. Because like playing COD or something, I get so tunnel visioned on the game that even on a low spot, I'm still like constantly scanning, and then I forget to check my peripherals to see a chat pop up, and then I'll look over there and there's like 6 messages. I'm like, oh shit, hi guys, definitely trying not to ignore you. So
that was F1 because I was so focused on the race.
mhm.
And I had Tim and Bobby just going back and forth with me, and I'm just not saying anything. I'm literally
Yep.
dead quiet for like 15 minutes, and I'm like,
Yep.
I can't be doing that.
It's like, sorry guys, like my bad.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, you
is there
definitely gotta take a
anything?
little bit of your competitive edge out of it when you're streaming though, because
What was that?
you gotta take a little bit of your competitive edge off of it.
Yeah.
I think when you're streaming, just to make sure you're covering all your bases.
Yeah. And oof, that's hard for me to do. I am a very competitive person.
Yeah.
Warren, is there anything else that you wanted to ask him before we wrap things up?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah,
I
we
just want to
covered
say
quite a bit.
thanks for being involved in National Nights as a whole, Dave. Thanks for being here. I'm happy to have you.
I'm excited about this. Like this was fun.
Another thing is
once you get back to your set, you gotta stop going at the same time. Hey, give me 1 second, right? Once you get back to your setup, we're hitting some games.
Oh, absolutely. And so right now I have Apex downloaded and it runs pretty well. I just can't stream. I've got Hyperscape downloaded. What else do I have? I think Monster Hunter, the new Sword Art game that just came out, has a
I want to
kind
cop
of
that.
time killer. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
cop that.
Yeah, we're big Sword Art fans.
Dude, same. Okay. Actually, Sword Art was my first anime.
Yeah, look at this.
And so, funny story. My best friend Brad, Kirsten's fiance, he was big into anime through high school, and I gave him and all of my other friends that were into it so much shit because that's a nerd thing to do. It's not really cool to be a nerd. I'm a superhero nerd, but that's different. Like, and then I went to basic, got into tech school, and then first one I watched was Sword Art, and I don't think I slept for a day and a half because I did nothing but watch Sword Art and then watched Death Note and Gundam 00 and realized like I was a fucking idiot. Like this shit's
Damn,
great.
this shit's lit.
So yeah.
Sword Art's great, right? Sword Art is fantastic top to bottom. But the one that gets me is the one I can't put down once it comes out is Attack on Titan.
I've read a lot of Attack on Titan. I got to almost the end and I was like, I just can't do it anymore. It's a good one.
And the new one, My Hero, there, the one that's
My Hero.
That's really good too.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody kind of forgets about their Dragon Ball Z days when they were younger, and they don't really know that's an anime.
Yeah, I didn't. Dragon Ball Z was not an anime; it was a cartoon. And then, opening my horizons to anime, then I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of stuff I watched as a kid that was anime-esque. And then, dude, I think I bum rushed all of Dragon Ball Super when it finished because I didn't even know it was going, and then saw it. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to watch this, and did nothing but do that while I was on another business trip. So yeah.
Mike J has a list that's about a mile long.
Yeah.
I'll have him send it to you.
Okay.
That's my guy. When Mike J will watch like start an anime and he'll message me and be like, boom, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. And like that's the guy to go to. Like the list I've been giving Tim is the list Mike J gives me.
Dude, actually, I think I've got 2 recommendations now. If you haven't watched Fire Force, watch it. And then it needs a Funimation account, but Glepnir. If you haven't seen that one, it is a brutal but good anime. It's a solid one. It's weird but solid.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Devilman Crybaby.
I did watch that one.
That one was a trip.
Yeah, I was like, the more I watched it, I was like, this is weird.
I don't know if
I'm not gonna stop watching.
But yeah, that was really good. For some reason, I don't know, man. It was weird.
Yeah.
And like the whole time, I'm like, I don't know if I like this, and I'm still like, I don't know if I like this, but I'd say it was good.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't believe how weird it got for a minute there, and then I was like, wait, it's fine. It's weird. I'm okay with weird stuff. Let's do this.
So, what is? I don't really watch anime. I've only watched Sword Art, and like I don't know what is considered anime is like or compared to a cartoon. What is like say what is Avatar? Is that an anime?
Avatar is an anime.
Okay.
Avatar is it.
American anime.
anime.
Right, just
Okay.
like Teen Titans, Ben
Teen
10.
Titans.
That's an
Yeah, those.
American anime.
Gotcha. Because then I watched a couple then that are like American, like
And
I watched Avatar. I'm starting to watch The Legend of Korra. I really liked Avatar. Like Aang is like, I find that's the thing is like Kirito I relate to. Aang I relate to. Finding a character in these animes that you relate to is just huge. Like I tried to watch Bleach, I couldn't get into that.
Bleach is a tough one.
I watched A Cell World. That was alright. I couldn't really get find a character that I related to in that, but it's that show's just different though. I don't know what it is. It's just meeting the storyline just goes along with what I'm interested in, so I was able to watch that.
So like with Teen Titans and Avatar, it's weird because I would almost put them on the fence. I wouldn't necessarily consider them an anime, but I also don't want to consider them fully a cartoon.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Like to me, anime is a very Japanese thing, and they took a lot of inspiration from Japanese anime to make those shows. At least that's what it looks like to me. And so to consider an anime, it's got to be Japanese based or that.
Well,
In my opinion.
Most anime is geared toward adults as well. It's not really like if you watch the Japanese versions of them, they're very adult oriented. When they get dubbed, they like even Dragon Ball. When it gets dubbed, it gets made for kids.
It gets censored, and I actually I was not completely into anime yet, but I tried to watch the first episode dubbed, and I realized how much of a mistake that was, and I've been a subtitle guy ever since.
Once you learn to read the subtitles and watch at the same time, it's amazing.
Yeah,
I kind of want to rewatch because I watch them dubbed. I kind of want to go through and watch them sub just so I can compare and see what I like more and try to understand what you're saying with the fact that they get more kid friendly with the dubbed version compared to the sub version. And one of the things was, what was it? Dragon Ball Z was that Goku personality is completely different in the dubbed version compared to the sub version. Is one of the things that I heard.
So when I look at sub versus dubbed, it's not like I can see the dumbing it down, the making it more child friendly, the censoring it. The reason I prefer the sub to the dub is that it feels more real, like you get the real emotion from the character instead of through dub. Like sort of I think I watched the first episode subbed and then watched it dubbed to see which I could do, and it just made Kirito feel off. Like I didn't get that same feeling of the loner trying to get through the game without making any ties to anyone else, being by himself. And I didn't get that character feel from him. And so even on other shows, it's like I watched Dragon Ball Super subbed, and even though Goku and Gohan and all of them, their voices are much higher, it's still almost that raw emotion that I attribute to the show instead of comes from an American dub.
That was one of the weirdest things for me was because I watched Sword Art, the first arc with it being dubbed, and then I watched the movie with Warren and it was subbed, and it was just weird hearing Kirito's voice in Japanese compared to in English.
I never even heard the English version. I've never watched.
So that's one. That's why I'm kind of like wondering. It's probably something I'd have to get used to. But like anybody that I've talked to always says that the sub is just always better, and I think it's just because that's like what the original creator intended. So that's just really what it comes down to. So I'd really like to, because I want to rewatch Sword Art again because I want to watch the new ones that are coming out.
The new one is so good. I watched the latest episode yesterday.
That's
So
why
good.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh yeah, no spoilers. But they also Japanese is such a complex language, like, and there's so many easily mistranslated things, and
Mhm.
that's another thing that it goes into it not getting that real emotion.
Japanese is one of those
translation.
languages that I always wanted to learn, but it's just I don't have the patience for it. You know what I mean? Japanese seems like such a hard language to learn, even though every other like native speaker will tell you English is one of the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
know English is fucking like in Japan I think they have two different classes. They have like standard English, which is your language arts classes, and then you have slang English to get used to how we just speak
Right,
normally.
right.
And that's just baffling to me because we have classes French, German, Japanese that we get one class.
Yeah.
And that's it.
well, I think I'm having some technical difficulties.
Oh, I see you now.
All right, sorry.
No, you're good.
All right, we're
I think
getting
the best thing I can tell you for sub versus dub. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Is I watched the original Naruto through when I was younger, dubbed, obviously, right? And then I switched to sub for Shippuden, and the characters were completely different people, right? Like, I was not a fan of Sasuke in the original, just because he was like, this guy's a moody bitch for no reason, right? And he is a moody bitch, but once they, you watch it sub, you realize there's reasons behind everything, and ended up becoming my favorite character by the end. His redemption was amazing. If you haven't watched it, Dave, you need to watch it.
Naruto is one of the ones
Shit's
that I
really
couldn't get
fucked up.
into,
Yeah,
actually.
man. What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know
But
if it's me that's lagging or if it's our Discord server because Dave's quality is looking kind of bad for me.
oh no. I
But
think on my end it's just
Oh,
Warren's
I'm back.
that's freezing.
yeah,
So
Warren's was freezing for me, but the quality was dropping for both of you.
I gotcha.
But anyways, we're getting
Yeah.
to the end. Anyways, we're over an hour. I wanted to, yeah, we're over an hour now. I wanted to have you say all of your social medias at Silent Shade, whatever it is, 3353.
Oh shit. All right, hang on. Let me pull them up because I don't think like my Twitter. I have an Instagram. I don't use it because I was never really one big into Instagram. But Twitter I've started to get big into again, and then Twitch, of course. But what is it? My Twitter's at Shade3353, and then my Twitch, of course, SilentShade3353.
Those
Yeah,
are the
that's it.
biggest ones that you use. All right, I just wanted
Yeah.
to do that just because on you we're gonna be on YouTube and Spotify. So those listen on
Oh, okay.
Spotify, that is how you can find him. And on YouTube, I'll link his social medias in the description below.
Did you have Bobby do that?
Yes, I asked him. He said it was priority BC on everything.
Okay. All right. I can remember.
So I think that's it. We don't have anything else we wanted to touch on. Thanks for being on the podcast with us.
Dude, thanks for having me. Like, this has been fun. I mean, I know we kind of strayed from gaming stuff, but like, this is fun. I like just sitting here hanging out and talking.
Yeah, the biggest things is that we wanted to touch base on with every AK member is just how they feel about AK, and getting to know each person. So anybody that's watching us, because this is going to be an AK thing where it's just Warren and me, and just getting to learn about each AK member.
I gotcha.
To start off, definitely. Eventually, I want to branch out and get a bunch of different people from around on here. I think it's going to be cool just to kind of right now we're getting the inside view, but I want to get the outside view at some point as well. Somebody that's watching from the other side of the glass. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is so far. This is pretty cool though. Getting to really because you don't get a lot of. I know it's two people or three people, but you don't get a lot of one-on-one time with each person because we're either playing a game or we're talking about business BS. So
yeah,
to sit down and just like get lost talking about fucking anime is like that's what I want to learn.
Hell yeah, man.
Getting to know the person that we've been playing with is just really, really awesome. I've been enjoying these. All right,
this is awesome.
This was the Round Table, episode 5, and we will see you next week. Bye.
See ya.